Okay, so this is a portfolio. Biggest position is short Rigetti. Never regretty, short Rigetti. Okay, then we got short IonQ. It's about a 5% position. Ain't small. Okay, then we got short Lily. That's like a day trade. It's going wildly against. Short INMB, short QUBT and QBTS. I kind of want to add to these positions, to be honest. Short AVXL. That one has gone against. I'd like to add to that. Short Cure, which is like a day trade as well. Short RTX, short CAP. That's CAPR Core. I got to add to that. As a matter of fact, let me add to that. Okay, I'll add to that right after. Okay, short Strategy, short Recursion. These are kind of smaller positions. And short Humacyte is kind of the smallest short I have. Okay, let's go on the long side. THTX, that's like a merger arb situation. NVIDIA is my number 2. Novo is number 3 again, just a day trade. Sarepta is number 4. Then I like HIMS, Meta, Union Pac, IVVD, Google, PayPal, Resolute, American Express, Tarsus, and Farming. Okay, so I wanted to add to CAP. Let me see if they opened up Webull yet. Is it uptick rule? Oh, it says submitting. And they ain't gonna fill. No, I haven't been long checking in like 3 months. Okay, we got CAPR, but they don't have bull. Oh, to be able to short, somebody has to lend. I know some people here are short hertz. I'm not. I'm not going to bet against the crazies. I've got enough bets against crazies. Make sure you try GodelsTerminal.com. We're shipping a new feature today. I can't wait to show it to you. It's one of the top features on Bloomberg. So we have a nice competitor to that. I don't know. That's a good question, Jonathan. I mean, one, I would challenge the idea that we know what cyclical slowdown or not. I'm not sure piping. I would say kind of long bias. Patrick, we've talked about it so much. It's like 5 times earnings. The Discord is not the official. That's not our official channel or anything. That's just my personal Discord. I'm happy to jump on there and talk stocks, of course. Okay, I think I got a good sense for CAPR. We're going to have to do a lot more work here. I don't think the FDA will approve it on such a skinny clinical package. What do you guys want me to do next? Take a request from Godel, do a large cap from my sheet with a poll. So I can look at INMB, which is another short. I can take a request from requests, or I can do a large cap poll. Okay, we have a Comcast model, so we get to just do a little better job on it. Have a somewhat developed model. This won't take long at all. All right, so last time I looked at Comcast, it was 39. Today it's 34. As you guys may know, Comcast is not just a cable company. They own NBC. So they own CNBC, for example. Well, in a recession, these guys are a little idiot-proof. Here I'm using EM. This is earnings metrics. Really useful. It's my favorite function on the rival terminal, so I had to build it from my own. Oh man, I can see one of my coworkers. I see his Spotify. And we caught him listening to Katy Perry. I listen to Katy Perry too, but the point is, ain't supposed to let other dudes know that you listening to Katy Perry. Yeah, I love Katy Perry. I was going to go on a date with her. I saw she went into space. Katy Perry is very beautiful in my opinion and very talented, extremely talented. So anyway, take a look here. Comcast, $34, going to do $4 in earnings this year, maybe $5 the next year. But of course they have all this debt. So what do you do with that? Tons and tons of debt. So it's not like you can just do the math that way, but it does look kind of cheap. And I hate this company. Like I have a fiery passion of hatred for Comcast, but investing isn't about whether you like something or dislike something. Otherwise I'd be short. This would be like my biggest short. New York Times, Comcast. Galileo gets a great question. Galileo asks, how do people watch this live stream all day? When the stock market opens at 9:30, some people, we call them traders, they will attempt to buy and sell different stocks while the market for stocks is open. They use cash to buy stocks, or they use stocks to trade for cash. And they do this routinely until 4 o'clock, which is known as the closing bell. Between 9:30 and 4 o'clock, they attempt to figure out what stocks to buy and sell. One of the ways to doing that is to talk to other traders, read research, talk to company management teams, go on Twitter, Sometimes, they can watch television like CNBC or alternative programming such as yours truly. And by 4 o'clock, hopefully they've profited. So let's take a look. Comcast. Can you believe they named their service Peacock? Bruh. What DEI Zoomer came up with that? Wait, I actually have a video. I think I have a video of the person that came up with this.
Gen Z boss enemy! Gen Z boss enemy! EDVT's involved! EDVT's involved! 5'3" in an attitude! 5'3" in an attitude! Secret product in the trench!
Gen Z boss in the mini. Okay, I don't even know what to say. It's rage fuel. All I have to say is the West has fallen, billions must die. No, I mean, listen, the girl's having fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But one of those women, I have it on good authority, named, you get one chance to name a streaming network. Disney, they went the easy road. They called it Disney Plus. Right? Isn't that what it's called? Paramount, they had to come up with something, right? They called theirs Paramount Plus. Okay, HBO had to do something, right? They called theirs Max. First it was HBO Max, and they said, you know what? Just Max, it's cleaner that way. Then Comcast had to decide what to do, and they said, Peacock. And I just showed you a video of the likely suspects. I want to sit down and have dinner with the person that named Peacock. I want to talk to this person. I know it was named after the logo, but why? Why? Just call it NBC Plus, man. I don't think they have any business outside the U.S. That's correct. I mean, the media stuff is kind of global, but the cable stuff is distinctly U.S. only. Didn't they? But they bought a couple of foreign properties, I thought. Did they buy Sky? It's amazing. Media is 8% of EBITDA. Media is 8% of EBITDA at Comcast. How crazy is that? They should just sell it. What does a cable business have to do with theme parks and media? Just get out. The whole thing is dead. WBD is different. It's really them, Comcast, Disney, for theme parks. Six Flags was public. I think maybe they went bankrupt. They have kind of customer numbers here. Domestic broadband, 31 million customers. Again, down. There is some cord cutting going on. Domestic wireless, that's, their phone business, which is tiny. And domestic video, I'm guessing that's Peacock. No, it's not Peacock. That's a weird third thing. I shorted Unicure on the news. It hasn't worked so far. So far, no joy. Lily's also gone up in my face. Well, Novo's not worked, so rough. I played Bughouse, yeah. My girls played Bughouse with Sam Bankman. How crazy is that? Small world, right? Now Sam Bankman's playing Bughouse with my homie Jacquees. Bughouse in the big house. For anybody who doesn't know, Bughouse is a variant of chess. To address the rumors, no, I will not be wrestling SBF at WrestleMania this weekend. But I got my own finishing move. It's called the Bitter Pill. Okay, so Unicure had more news than just that. Yeah, I think Lily is a short. It'll work itself out. You have to make content too. I think the people that make content on Godel will probably get refunds every month. So if you're in chat, people like you, you're adding, value to the chat. I think we'll probably add like a upvote and downvote system. So like you say something smart, people upvote it. Every upvote might get you, so much off your subscription every month. It's kind of it's sort of a man's field for sure, which is why, we have to welcome. Yeah, no, I mean, I think you should be able to get paid. If you're putting stock picks down that people are following, all that stuff, we'll pay you. Why not? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're adding value. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Mr. Ben. That's kind of what I'm talking about. But not just short form, not just long form, but short form. So UGI or UGC, you got Seeking Alpha, which pays you for long form, but it's kind of low quality because they're only paying you on ads, and they have a membership, but it's kind of crummy, and it used to be good. They've kind of lost a lot of edge there. So you've got Value Investor Club, which is, I think, kind of more of a free thing. You've got some zero. So these idea platforms are okay. But I think that, One, a lot of people don't really want to write a ton of long form. I think chat form is something unique, but people really are looking for experts to chat about the stock market with. It's really valuable. And so if you're in here providing a lot of value to the users, why can't you get paid? I think that's very reasonable. And I don't think there's anyone that does that, basically. And then the most important thing, in my opinion, I guess, who does that actually is StockTwits. But there's no quality control and you don't get paid at all. You could be Steve Cohen sitting there on StockTwits giving out free advice and you're not going to get paid. So there is StockTwits there and Twitter, I guess X, which is not, financial specific. And then finally, trades. This is the most important thing. I think you should be able to post your trades and just be like, okay, I like Apple right now. And you can paywall that. You can get paid by us just to post it at all, and maybe it starts to get searchable, and you can so the average Godel recommendation is apples a long or apples a short or whatever. So, and then you could follow somebody, for example, if they have an 80% hit rate, I'd pay a fortune to follow you if you had 80% hit rate on a certain stock. I'm absolutely subscribing to you. $100 a month, $200 a month, $1,000 a month. If you're really the GOAT on a certain stock or a certain sector, you can monetize it through us. Yeah, you want to incentivize people to chat and reward people who are really smart, even if it's not like, okay, what is a Wall Street guy? How much can you really reward him? But, not taking money off the bill is always nice. Yeah, the trading track record stuff is good, especially since you can anonymize it. So you could say, listen, I will contribute my trades, but I don't want anyone to look up my trades specifically. Fine. We could put it it could be anonymous, or it could be bundled into other alpha. Yeah, I mean, a leaderboard is already, one thing you could do is you could just write your firm name. So it's like top 10 or from Citadel. It's like Citadel. But yeah, I lost a good amount today. I'm pissed. But sometimes you lose money in a day. You're just getting pent up demand for tomorrow. That's the copium. Yeah, I think you got a great nose, Dusty. I think you don't have the seasoning that comes with a lot of time spent on the street. But you can tell when somebody has a good nose and they're hungry for profit and they're sniffing around the market really aggressively for good trades. I think that's great. Yeah, I think that, the old heads in the market, maybe myself, we're lazy. We want guys to go out there and go hunting for us. The younger guys, they're hungrier. They got a little bit less of an idea of knowing what they're doing. Oh, we definitely are coming with that, Joe. That's what that 2 hours I just spent on the phone with my team. That was a good quarter of that was talking about personal bios and stuff like that. Absolutely. That's critical. I like that Google email thinks AWS emails are spam. Critical, time critical emails. Dusty is in the Discord sometimes, yeah. Dusty's kind of to me, I view him as an amateur investor who's just very determined and will look at tons of different little stocks to find some winners. And, enough hustle. Sometimes you can get it right. But I think risk control is really important too. You don't want to risk half your portfolio in one weird stock. You will be able to post pictures in Godel at some point. It's the fact set, so it's all of them, baby. I like using EQS, Johnny. So we don't have a great EQS right now, but we can try it. So here's a list of all the stocks by market cap. So you can do that. You can add some filters it's actually, I wonder if we upgraded this. Add sector, let me see here. Well, there's SIC code, which is useful. There is a way to do sector, but I don't know. Let me see if I can do it. One sec. Yeah, baby professor, it's not that easy. If you want to go through it in deep detail, you go broker by broker. Let's see if I did revenue growth greater than 20%. Okay. And we're sorting by market cap. So let's say this is nice, but I want a smaller market cap. And that's basically how screeners work, but less than or equal to, say, 5 billion. So Service Titan and a number of other companies, and you're just sorting by revenue growth. What data do you want to own, Galileo? So we do have a V2 coming up on EQS, but you should be able to use it. So revenue growth more than 20%, and we should be able to add like PE ratio, let's say PE ratio is less than 30. So it's growing really fast and actually kind of cheap. Right, maybe less than 50. Maybe this doesn't even work. Yeah, this may not work. Like I said, they have to overhaul it. Now it should come back. Yeah, it's a frustrating component. We'll have to fix it. ACTS is Palmer associated, really? Does he own any? Yeah, Bunger. They're gonna rework it. It's kind of trash. Yeah, Don, at some point I think that's a good idea, but it's not gonna apply to everyone. They don't necessarily, people aren't gonna love it. I don't see, SQL is maybe. I just think the average financial pro is not a SQL guy. So it's a lot of programming for something not a lot of people are gonna use, and plus we'd call it GQL, but maybe we could do GQL. Because what you could do is you could also do that you could throw that in chat, for example, or maybe using our Excel plugin or something like that. Yeah, like I like that idea a lot, Luke, like where you could be like, go to HMS and you could like, instead of typing one ticker, you could type a whole watch list, or you could say like biotech dot market cap dot less than dot 500M and hit enter, and it's all biotechs below 500M. Oh, that's cool, BRB. I didn't know that. So something like that would be a neat tool. But yeah, let's look at Comcast versus Verizon versus AT&T versus, wow, AT&T's done that well? Cayman's is better for tax exempt investors, things like that. So hedge funds. Okay, CAPR is up. I think we shorted it a little bit today, so that's good. I don't know, Austin. There are other pills. I mean, Ribelsis. I don't know if we're going to see Bitcoin 200 day. I kind of hope so. Bitcoin kind of sucks. I did back when I was involved, William. Citadel owns a bunch of quantum stocks? Like which? Which one? Which stock? Okay, I'll look at that. One sec. Yeah, so I think this would be... It's a good question. I wonder if this was a market maker position. Because I don't see Citadel liking the fundamentals of this thing. Okay, so, okay, yeah. I wonder if we should fix this. So they have IonQ calls, IonQ puts, and IonQ common. They have 5,000 shares. They have a ton of calls and puts too. And they don't say what strike either. That is the right command. But I wonder if okay, that brings me up a good thing to bring up. They own almost exactly as many calls as puts. But remember, they're also short those things too. Almost certainly the market maker. Yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, 5,000 shares show you more of like a position would be, here we go. They own 500,000 shares of Jazz. That's $60 million. They're long Jazz, right? JFrog, 1.5 million shares. That's a real position. Anything under 10 million is probably the market maker. But yeah, I wrote a program that strips out all the puts and calls, and you can actually get, and this is on my GitHub. Yeah, Ramiro, and I want to see if I can make a toggle that gets rid of that. Okay, I have Citadel Q4. So what you do is you clone the repo from my GitHub, you run it with 13f.py, and it's even in the filings. I have all the major players' filings already in there, so you can pull it up and you can actually see, excluding options, the total value of Citadel's holdings is 108 billion. With the options, it's 577 billion. And excluding options, here are their biggest positions. They actually have $1 billion of Hess Corp, almost $1 billion of Boeing, Bank of America, Amazon, United Health. Oh, they got spanked in United Health. Edwards, Gallagher, Meta, AT&T, Coca-Cola, Disney, the DIA, the Dow, JP Morgan, Charter, Capital One, Salesforce, Merck, Walmart, Visa. And you can actually, what's cool is there's usage here. So the usage is, I can do number, and I can do 100. Oops. Give me the 100 top positions, and here they are. So this is available on my GitHub. We should put this functionality and stick it into Godel too. But here they have 300 million in Pfizer, $300 million in argenics. That's a popular hedge fund long. Only long. 13Fs don't reveal shorts, although the government wants to change that. Hedgies don't like that idea. So this is a good way to come up with ideas. Again, you have to realize that some of these are still going to be market makers. Some of them are still going to be hedged positions, things like that. But yeah, I can update this software as well to sector or maybe searching by specific stock. But yeah, we should probably disable the options related positions from here. It is updated quarterly. Maybe, Owen, I don't know. Yeah, Ramiro, I don't disagree with that. But, you know, those guys are just taking advantage of the retail madness. Because remember, if they're selling, if retail's buying calls, they're short calls, so they have to go buy stock to hedge. You can sell calls, you could sell short calls and puts on your Interactive Brokers or any other system you have. I don't think I'm going to be able to make Netflix earnings today. Yeah, I don't think so either, Stacks. But if it's not on Bloomberg, then it's definitely not something professionals use. Although Bloomberg can often be very much behind the curve. So is it on LiveVol? LiveVol's supposedly a pretty good tool. Got to ask my options guy. UNH has been on such like a multi-generational terror that I wouldn't step in and buy it if they're going to have issues over time. European Union will say no to ANAVEX's drug and it'll drop quite a lot. Yeah, I'll look at UNH, but I would just be cautious. Got plenty of time. Do you guys want to see this thing I got? I got this camera and this tiny camera that fits inside my nose. It's not meant to do this, but I'm going to perform my own surgery. You guys want the content? Nasal polyp surgery. Okay, so here's the camera. I don't know if you guys can see this. Just go to an ENT. I agree in principle. Oh, Augusto. It's kind of warm. Looks like a vag. Should I go deeper? Was there any polyps in there? Too much condensation? You saw my inner thoughts. Thing is, I actually can't see the polyps. So there may be, like, those are extreme where it's like they're right there. Like, you basically just, it's right on the doorstep. Oh, you know the baby. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.